What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil Shock of the Night City Jog here with our PMC, I meant, semi-finals. We are going against King Eevee in the final, in the second to last week of the regular season of the entire league. Last time, Eevee and I'm going to say, if I hadn't said it already, we didn't get to battle. I believe it was week 5 or week 6 we didn't get to battle. And because he had a lot of personal things that were going on, he meant to contact me earlier about the thing, so it's fine. But hopefully this time I get a chance to face Eevee, and I really think my matchup versus Eevee is pretty decently good. Eevee's doing some pretty threatening things versus my team, so definitely going to be a very tough matchup here. If you guys are excited, leave a like, haven't already, subscribe if you are new. Join the Phil Shocker crew today because you'll be thrilling with the king of the crew. So, looking at this matchup with Eevee, his team consists of Rabombi, Zapdos, Necrozma, Druddigon, Abomasnow, Blastoise, Umbreon, excuse me, Beartic, Bisharp, and Heatmore. He has only brought Heatmore, I think, like once. Bisharp, I think, is every once in a while. I don't think he's ever brought Beartic. I mean, maybe he did once, but didn't get a chance to use it at all. Umbreon has been definitely, but the main six right here have been the main six he's been running the entirety of the season. I've been kind of like that too. I've been kind of running with a main like 3 or 4 mons and an occasional like 1 or 2 mons every once in a while. So definitely good matchup. But in this matchup, I don't think he brings Bisharp. I don't think Bisharp's really that good in this matchup. Besides, just priority options and stuff like that. Heatmore, I definitely don't think comes. Heatmore doesn't have really a strong matchup versus my team, per se. I mean, it's good against like 2 things on my team, but doesn't do too much. Beartic, I don't think he's going to be bringing Slush Rush, Hail Team, just because, again, my Sand team kind of just beats it. Because I have one that can just single-handedly beat both Abomasnow and guarantee beats Beartic, so in that type of regard, so I really don't think, but I do have it on there in case he does want to try to bring Hale versus my team. Umbreon is definitely something I can see him bringing over at least one of his mons on here in case he wants a Wish user, and maybe a Cleric option or a Toxic abuser and just a Foul Play mon. So there's that. But for the main six, I definitely think Rabombi comes. Rabombi's matchups are actually relatively good against me. I do expect maybe, arguably, a Quiver Dance set or a Focus Sash Sticky Web set with probably like Energy Ball, Bug Buzz, Moonblast, and then Quiver Dance, or Sticky Web, and then probably be maybe a Life Orb set, Expert Belt, I don't know, maybe Focus Sash. But I feel like when there's like Sand and Hail, I highly doubt Focus Sash is probably being brought. So he's gonna probably be more of a Quiver Dance offensive set. So, but we are prepared for Quiver Dance, by the way. I think Zapdos comes. Zapdos has been one of his big mons. I've been a massive issue from being either defensive or offensive. Necrozma is definitely one of those mons. If it's not prepared for, it can definitely do work, and I definitely think it can do work against our team. Even though we do have some mons that are super effective at it, it does carry the coverage that it needs to beat our team. I think Druddigon's going to come for glare sets and stealth rockers. He's going to probably try to want to hazard stack my team, which is definitely going to be something that he should really try to take advantage of, since my team is a little limited on hazard control, so I'm not right? I think Abomasnow comes just more so as to annoy the weather, and plus it's actually decently good versus my team. I definitely expect it to be Choice Scarf for this matchup. And then Blastoise, he's definitely been bringing Shell Smash Blastoise a lot, and I mean, there's a good reason for it. Shell Smash Blastoise is just so good in every single game that you can be in that type of situation. So I definitely expect that. So those are the 6 I expect him to bring. Let's go and break down the team we are bringing. So when I was looking at his team, there was one mon in particular that I think was going to do super good against him. That's definitely Buzzwole. Now, Buzzwole's a little risky to bring this matchup because there are good things that counter. Like Buzzwole loses to Rabombi, loses to Zapdos, and loses to Necro. So 3 mons right there of his 6 that are going to be brought can he beat. However, Buzzwole does the reverse. He can actually beat them in a situation that's 1v1. Now, obviously, I do take the gamble with Leech Life here with, obviously getting the access to Weakness Policy Necrozma. But again, if Necrozma does not show up for some other reason and it's Umbreon, then this set literally only gets worked only really by Zapdos in a way. But if you really look at it, Zapdos has to be carrying roughly Hurricane to hit this thing. So unless he just wants to be mono electric versus my team, that could be an issue. Again, there's also Weather Ball if he really wants to just abuse that potentially. But ultimately, Buzzwole is really, really good here. We are running Life Orb to hit as maximally hard as we can. We're running sub 3 attacks. I'm running sub Life Orb just because of the fact that Drain Punch Leech Life, since I get in recovery, is really good to counteract the Life Orb damage that I'm taking. We are actually at the odd number of HP, so that way we are good to go from there. We are running max attack, adamant, like I said, forward special defense, and 172 speed. The speed lets me guarantee be faster to defensive Zapdos, and if it's not to defensive Zapdos after I have subbed, I'll know for a fact. But hopefully, the key goal is to maybe lead this off, and hopefully he leads off either with Druddigon, or he leads off with Snow, because then I can freely get a sub up if he tries to glare me or go through his rocks. I can Ice Punch on the either incoming Rabombi switch in or on the Druddigon, because Druddigon can really break my sub unless it's like a max attack offensive, I'm pretty sure. And 2 Ice Punches, well, I think 1 Ice Punch can maybe do the trick, but I think it's definitely going to be 2 if he's roughly max. And if he has a Rocky Helmet Rough Skin set with my Life Orb, that could pretty much, I think, near suicide my Buzzwole. But again, it also will depend. And if I have to sack off Buzzwole to just weaken down some things or anything like that, then I'm willing to do that as well. So there's that. Up next we have here is Tapu Koko, my Zaku here, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, and Defog. Pretty much dual stab is all I really need this matchup because there's no other way around it. He does not have a ground type on his team, which I think is going to be something he has to be very careful with not doing well. I have Volt Switch here because we're pivoting. Thunderbolt is really good for the sense that I can just spam T-Bolt on electric terrain. He only has relatively one resist, and that is just Abomasnow. But Abomasnow does not want to be taking 2 of those unless it's really like defensive invested. And honestly, I might just be spamming Dazzling Gleam this whole matchup because literally he has no switches to Dazzling Gleam at all on his team besides Heatmore. Heatmore doesn't want to take a Thunderbolt. And for the last move, it honestly could have just been Calm Mind because we resist the Bug Stab on Rabombi. But the reason why I didn't go with Calm Mind is I wanted the option in case he did try to hazard stack me and he did try to stick up the sticky webs. And I know you're thinking, why run choice specs then on a defog set? I felt like this was something just to have just in case I wanted to bring in things and everything like that. And just generally speaking, I just was really annoyed with that. So I felt like, honestly, Coco could be my lead because I'm pretty sure I am faster than Choice Scarf, and I can just go for a Dazzling Gleam. I don't think it would guarantee kill, but it's definitely something to keep in the mind right there. And this time around, also, I'll be bringing Geico. I actually don't remember what I was going to bring originally versus him, but I'm bringing Geico this week, though. Geico's really, really good this match. 116 HP, max attack, adamant, 100 in the speed up, and 40 in speed. The 40 speed is going to be faster than +1 Rabombi, so that's another reason why if Rabombi does get that +1 and the train goes up and I lose Tapu Koko or something like that, I have it. However, if Rabombi gets to +2, I won't be faster, so that's going to be something to keep in mind right there. We're in Swords Dance, Rock Slide, Leaf Blade, Earth, Dragon Claw. I really didn't want to run Dragon Claw. I really wanted to run something like Drain Punch for things like Bisharp, things for like Abomasnow, things for like Umbreon, but in case Druddigon is still alive and still around, I need something for Druddigon. Otherwise, Druddigon walls my unburden after I've used it and everything like that. So, I definitely think Sceptile can put in the absolute work. I've actually had a relatively decent time with Sceptile. I think it was actually pretty fun. But definitely a Megamon right here to really annoy him. The Rock Slide coverage is really good for things like Zapdos, Rabombi, Abomasnow, the Heatmore, the Beartic, and then Leaf Blade Stab pretty much is just about everything else on his team for really good damage as well. Unless we're being Despair, we're really going to risk it here with a Dual Dance set. The reason why we're going to risk it here with a Dual Dance set is because if I get my agility off, I'm faster than +1 Rabombi, which is really good to know right there. Plus, if I can get my Nasty Plot off as well, I'm basically going to start nuking everything. The one problem we face here is it depends on league. It depends on matchup, obviously. I need to get this agility off in front of things like my agility off in front of something that I know for a fact I can get an agility off. Like looking at something like, say, if Umbreon was there, I can get my agility off in front of the Umbreon. I can go for the Nasty Plot there because again, he's going to probably most likely want to bring in something like Zapdos in against me as one of his best switches to Zapdos. And if I can either get my agility or nasty plot off, and then I can go for the agility or nasty plot afterwards again, because I have the Wakam Berry, I keep them again. If I agility, I'm faster than Scarf Abomasnow, so that might be one of the things I might have to do is to go for agility first before I go for nasty plot first. This way, go. And because again, the only thing I'm risking is potential Paras. That's the only thing I'm risking right here. But Basically, Moltres can just go in if we get that nasty plot off, and plus we get pretty much a guaranteed +3. Again, we do have to be careful of Sandstorm and ice damage as well, but I definitely think Moltres can break so hard this game if we position it correctly. 80 HP, max special attack, and 136 speed. Like I said, the speed will make sure we are faster than +1 Mabambi. I really would have loved to run Modest, but it was just not enough speed to run for that, so there's that. Up next, we're bringing Crystal, my Gigalith here, and Crystal's actually relatively really good against his team. We're running Stealth Rocks because Stealth Rocks are really good, and because we want to pressure him if he's got any removal in Zapdos to force removal there and to get rid of his webs potentially. Rock Slide is pretty spammable for the most part of his team. We have Toxic there just to whittle things down if we really need to, and I have Explosion on there just in case I want to just nuke something like Blastoise, or if there's something I just really want to get rid of. We're on max HP, 140 attack, Adamant Nature, 116 Spadef, which will get us almost like a +1 Spadef boost in Sand. So I should always love a hit from Blastoise. And if I ever have to just suicide my Crystal here, I can just go for Explosion, do a massive damage to the Blastoise, and then Blastoise can then be kind of chipped away, because then I should be able to go faster than Geico, which if it's plus, actually, I might make sure it's faster than +2 modest Blastoise, I don't know. But generally, Blastoise has to have Shell Smash Water. It might have. I'm gonna say probably it's gonna have an Ice type move. I'm gonna also probably say it's gonna have a Dragon type move, just so it can hit Dracovish. Because if it doesn't have a thing to hit Dracovish with, unless he thinks Ice Beam's gonna do it, it's not gonna do much. But I definitely think Crystal can actually put in some good work here, as kind of maybe chipping things down and also going for things like Explosion. Which, if I'm not gonna mess up like I did in WC Season 5, I'm gonna make sure I click Explosion at the right time instead of the wrong time. And of course, if I'm bringing Sand, actually, let me just check. If I'm bringing Sand, of course, I'm bringing Mr. Vish. And now this is another reason why I don't care if Sticky Webs kind of go on my side of the field, because again, they're not too that detrimental to my team, because I do have Eddie Boots, and that can make, rely on me on Dracovish to potentially be the win con, which arguably Dracovish can do that by itself. We were running 120 HP, 116 Swift, max attack, I meant 20 speed. The 20 speed lets me make sure I am faster than max speed Rabombi. I can't be faster than +1 Rabombi with the Quiver Dancing. That I cannot do. But again, Rabombi is going to be pressured into, if it's Focus Sash, its Sash will always just guarantee break no matter what. So if he's just going to run a very offensive, then this can be really good, because again, we're faster than that, and we can just Vicious Run, knock that thing out. He really doesn't have anything really for Vicious Run spam except for Blastoise, but Blastoise doesn't really want to be taking certain hits on my side of the field as well. But yeah, that's gonna be the team, guys. Hopefully, we make it to our next finals match. We'll be either taking on Steven, who we faced week 1, or it would have been Cosmic, aka my father. We took on week 6. Oh, it was probably Cosmic that we took on week 6. That's what it was. So EV was we take on Cosmic week 6, which I kind of know the problems I needed to fix to beat him now. So there's definitely gonna be that. But yeah, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. Join the Phil Shocker crew today, because you'll be feeling with the king of the crew. But here's hoping that we can make our finals, guys, and hopefully we have a good time. So until next time, guys, I'm Phil Shocker, and I say, hey, Joke, peace.